Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you.
Rocket.
But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole national, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's a fashion racist. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to my y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen. Hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Take this off.
Good morning.
You know what? I still sent out the wrong one, man. I sent out the one with the phone, but it's all cool. I still shared the wrong live, but it is what it is.
If you're coming in from Mickey Shares, he just threw you to the Lions.
I threw y'all right in the Lions den. This is where it go down. That when they say get downright disrespectful, this is the disrespectfulness right here.
I mean, so far no one's came in
Cool.
called us anything fun.
Cool.
So.
What's up, Meat Freak? Wanda Smith, Georgia Boy, Concrete Jungle, Top of the Morning, Avis Hopkins, Mama Quill, Common Sense, Michael B. Avis again, the Terry Nixon in the building. I ain't going nowhere. We want to let you go nowhere. Whose birthday is it?
It's Owen's birthday.
I should see Avis said happy birthday. Is it your birthday, Avis? Well, happy birthday.
No.
Who? I don't know. Debbie Clark, good morning. That's one half of the
Read
Wonder
right
Twin.
here. Good morning, family. Supporting from Philly. Help me celebrate my
I
birthday.
ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Happy birthday. My bad.
My man worked himself tired at the gym. He can't read right now. He's all sweaty and cross-eyed.
No, I didn't see it. It was coming down. Andre Holland, good morning. Hassan Hinchback, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Let me see. Linda Chilton, thank you for tapping in. Good morning.
Oh, yeah.
Elder Golden Child Sharp, good morning. No, and again, I'm sorry I ain't going nowhere. I didn't see that. But happy birthday, happy born day, and many more to come. Sweet Cupcake on Break, thank you for tapping in. Mr. Classic, good morning. And y'all give a birthday that I ain't going from the chat family.
Man, happy car insurance day.
Yeah, yes, we gotta pay it. Tasha Lynn, it's freezing. It's cold up this way too. Tasha Lynn in the building. Good
Better today
morning.
than it was yesterday. Yesterday I couldn't get out and do anything, but today it's supposed to be like 60 or so I can get out there with the chainsaw and start cutting up some trees.
For sure. Tony Terry, good morning. It's diabolical cold up here. So y'all ready, families? Y'all ready for what's about to go down? It is upon us. Election season is upon us. It's upon us.
I almost took Ms. Gladys's saying and put it on the thumbnail, but I didn't think there's enough space for it.
Hey, it's about to go down, though. I can say that much. When they say it's finna go down, it's finna go down.
That's why I put two dudes to the same face yelling at each other.
Yeah, because who's gonna get played?
I made sure it was the same face too. I told the damn thing like same face. It's like, okay, yeah, same face. Why? I'm like, because they're the same fucking thing.
Good morning, No Games. Constance, good morning. Derek, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I seen that Charlie LaDuff when he with Tommy Hearns. I seen that. It's a little rough.
Okay, yeah, we're here. And I'm already out of coffee. Son of a bitch.
I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back.
Yeah, good morning, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. Now, I've been watching a lot of things. I seen what's the one lady Trump tried to pardon, but he can't get her pardon from Colorado. Terry, let me see, do I got her name right?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Terry, Colorado. Yeah, because she's charged with state felonies, not federal, or federal felonies.
Right. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
I mean, it's the thing. I'm still looking at the news on the Skipper.
What happened?
The Skipper is the Venezuelan vessel that the United States just seized. Now, I don't know who keeps coming up with names for these things, but it's part of the, quote, Ghost Fleet. Russia operates one. Venezuela operates one. I don't know about Iran. But they're basically ships that try to fly underneath other countries' sanctions by changing flags, which is highly illegal on international waters. Also turning off transponders so they can't be tracked. And a lot of the times out in the middle of the sea, what they'll do is they'll link up with another ship and transfer cargo. That'll take the rest of it. The United States just seized one of those ships. So I think Venezuelan ship or whatever their preamble is, Skipper, was seized. I believe it was like Friday of last week.
Good morning, Sandra Nichols Martin and Teresa and Kobe Fatty. Thank y'all for tapping in on this wonderful cold morning.
Pastor Nicholas, 11 years, dude. 11 years of fun. I miss it. Anyway,
So what is the other country saying? Is they saying because that's what the U.S. is saying, they ghost boats,
ghost ships,
ghost ships. My bad.
I haven't seen too much international outcry about it because Venezuela is also under EU sanctions, so the European Union doesn't give a damn, and most other countries outside of the EU, the US, really don't care. I mean, they've got their own things going on in their own regions most of the time. I mean, hell, Russia ain't saying shit. It's fighting a war in Ukraine, getting its ass kicked. China doesn't really care. What other, like, I don't think any country in Africa or Southeast Asia really cares. I haven't seen too much brought up about it.
No games. Yeah, I heard what Trump said is downright diabolical what he said.
Well, I think it's definitely an asshole move on his part. I can also sit here and go, I'm pretty sure Rayner would say the same thing if Trump was murdered. So, I mean, some of the heinous shit I saw about Charlie Kirk when he died, and a lot of people saying good, and you got like, when I said I foresee a lot of political violence in 2026, this is what I mean. People can't turn down the burners.
To be honest with you, no, I didn't even know Tanya went live last night.
Ooh, yeah, neither did I.
Hold on 1 second.
Can you give us a quick synopsis of what Tanya said? I don't think we've done anything to upset her lately, so.
I'm back. I was trying to get my coffee together.
Oh, okay.
It's hot as Satan.
Man, what is it with? It's too cold. It's too cold outside.
I can't hear nothing you saying.
That sounds like it's on your end.
Okay, I'm good now. Might have been. Well, Lord is say, okay. What was Tanya live about last night? I I was asleep probably when she came on. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Lenore Seal, good morning. Donnell, California boy got us, good morning. Deborah Thompson, good morning. I mean, listen, certain things, but the difference is certain people who did say things about doing it, Charlie, lost their jobs. I want to see if But I mean, I guess, listen, the day and stage and time that we in, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not going to act like this is something, like we dealing with moral people anyway. So it is what it is. They just knew they shouldn't have put a mic in front of him and asked him.
I mean,
hey, Sprague, good morning.
It's clickbait, like putting a mic in front of me and asking me certain things. You think I'm not going to go off the rails?
No, I mean, you're not going to go. I mean, I don't know.
Some things I will.
I mean, but a person just passing away and you come up saying it was Trump derangement, come on now. Just because a person have a disagreement with
I don't think I'd throw up Trump derangement, but
yeah, I'm just saying.
Again, I would definitely say some off the wall kind of shit. Now, what people, I don't even know, but I do know myself. Like, if someone gets underneath my skin that bad, I'd probably do it.
They said, what you said, Tanya? I thought I could have swore. Okay, let me see. You said,
oh, that's what's.
Oh, she was out there at the play. Listen, that but this the politics that we playing in. Like, how can you have a spot and don't have no heat in the building
or water?
Yeah, it's like
even though the water's poison, but you kind of still need it.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Pop Gaddis from Chicago. It's like, to me, the lot, but that's why why voting matters. You would think, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, Tanya be out there because she, as you can tell, she has her ear to the street, so she's seeing things that's going on. But you would think everybody would be out there during this time, but yet they finna sit up here. Oh Jesus, it's his birthday, come Christmas, and look how they doing the least of them. Michelle Smith, thank you for tapping in, and your husband. That's Ann, in case y'all don't know. Well, I mean, oh my goodness.
Damn.
I mean, this is the type of situation we living in, but they still ask them same people to get out and vote.
Do we know which apartments and which ward?
What ward? Do y'all know what ward is it in?
Next question is that look. Anyway,
good morning, Erica Gaddis.
Is What could city council?
Oh, that's
really,
7th Ward. Thank you, B.
city council
Marie.
really do about it?
What they really could do. Who is the owner of that building?
I don't know.
Oh, you can do some things. You can get in there and make some stuff happen.
Most of that falls on administration, not actual city council.
But whatever power connections that you got being in that position, you should be able to get something done. It shouldn't be they without power. I mean, it's the winter time.
I lived in a apartment in Colorado with my ex-wife and stepson, and the plumbing was really bad in there. And my neighbor, well, across the hall, neighbor, his piping broke and started leaking raw sewage into my son's room. I had to get a hold of the state to come whatchamacallit, do an inspection. So I don't even know if the city had, but you know, Colorado and Michigan are different deals, right?
I mean, how can the people be even living in there without no heat? I'm saying, you know, the temperature's dropping.
That might be something to break lease over and not pay a fine, like take it to court. Like, no, Your Honor, those are unlivable conditions. I paid for a livable place. And then maybe take his ass to court. Like, hey, living without heat and without water for X amount of time when I pay in my utilities for heat and water and not having access to them. Yeah, I'd turn around and it's funny. I'd turn around and sue.
Good morning, Miss Eunice. Like I say, that's why voting matters. You want somebody that's going to be in there trying to help you. But we didn't say that poverty is big business. And you got slumlords. That's what I'm just going to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that, you know what I'm saying? I thought they was right ordinance, but it seemed like the councilwoman worrying about what's going on at the high school and not what's going on in the city. That's what I'm saying. If that's in 7th Ward, how Candace don't know about what's going on over in the 7th Ward? What's up, Reverend James West, Jim Gaddis, Las Vegas in the building? And I can see Tanya helping anyway. I mean, but people better pay attention who you voting for. And I'm still trying to figure out, is it the bad part of the 7th Ward? What's up, Sharisa Dumas in the building? Thank you for tapping in from Hillsboro, North Carolina. Then tapped in on this lovely, lovely, cold, beautiful morning. I'm just like, I'm still shook from it. Like, wow. Cause damn, I seen somebody live. I saw somebody live. Who live did I saw? Was it Tanya Jones? I'm trying to think. Was it Tanya Jones I saw when she was somewhere? I don't know. I was watching somebody live, but I guess they ought to put more pressure. What's up, Lena? Thank you for tapping in. They ought to put more pressure on the people to make stuff. Oh, Cynthia Hayes, right? That's who I saw. Cynthia Hayes live. What's up? Yeah, Cynthia Hayes. Lanita Murray, thank you for tapping in. I mean, I feel like Flint like this, like this. It's always something coming up. But it did tell you, let your flight not be in winter. So right now,
it feels like there's always something going on in Flint. But I mean, in a city of 70,000+ people, you know, but there's always going to be something that makes a headline. And it's kind of sad, but hardly ever is it something positive.
Yeah. But it's just, to me, it's with so much stuff going on. Like I said, you see the homeless getting, you know, as they have to leave the centers that they at, then you're trying to go to these warming centers, hopefully. And even with them situations, like they tell you, it's even problems in that. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how can you fix this in a situation like what Flint is at? Bad water, you know what I'm saying? Housing.
Minus $8 million a year.
I think they're gonna probably try to. I don't know. Even with the school situation, I mean, look at the councilwoman getting over in the school bids. It like to me
I'm
that
gonna write an ordinance. Like, what's your ordinance gonna do? Seriously, you break a city ordinance. What's the worst that can happen to you? A misdemeanor, maybe a fine. Okay. Do you think these kids really give a rat's ass about a fine? Their parents are gonna pay it.
I mean,
How about
not
you
in,
let the school take care of it?
I'm saying what Lane is saying. Every city is just like Flint, broke, no resources. The land is. This is why the land is the new value. What's up, Sherry Allen in the building? Thank you for tapping in on this cold, beautiful morning. To me, yeah, construction is big money, but I don't know, man. Like I say, it's just over the whole process. Sideways, Pimp Gaddis in the building, Chapel Hill, North Carolina in the building. To me, it's like even going back to that fires with the Republicans saying that they was cutting the 8-some million because the governor and the mayor was saying that the water is not a state rep. No, she
Oh,
spoke.
never
Yeah, she
mind.
spoke up. No, she spoke up. I got to give
spoke
her
up?
credit. Yeah.
What'd she say?
I don't know. She spoke up. I know that much.
Okay, well, she opened her mouth. Good on her.
Yeah, she
But
spoke up.
I don't think she spoke up saying the water's still bad and that the money's still needed.
I mean, what she said, yes, she did. She spoke up and said why they still needed the funding. Now, she did do that. Good morning, Carolyn Hendricks. But when you got people on council, new one, good morning, you got to think. You got the finance chair saying the water is not bad. You got the mayor saying the water not bad. The governor. You had so many people that's on his team. That was team him and the governor. You had them that, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand what the Republicans saying. Like, why we gonna send y'all this money when y'all said going around saying the water is fixed?
Mm-hmm.
It's a catch-22, and I understand the aspect probably like the you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you're right. She needed money for the programs, for, I guess that the funding had been going to. So, but my thing is, it ain't like she was speaking up, saying no, she was just speaking up to keep the money going, in my humble opinion.
I mean, it still just strikes me like, if you were saying the water's fine, and I have no way to dispute you, mind you, each one of those reps have other cities that they have to look after. So Flint, the information they get about Flint comes from Cynthia Neely,
Mm-hmm.
and then official reports from the governor and the mayor.
Well,
those reports say water's good, and Cynthia Neely is not saying the water is bad. They have to take what they got.
Well, I just got something right here. I'm looking at what Lena said. I'm a licensed engineer. The water's bad. Trust me. She said INA tested it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but did those tests, somehow make it to the state legislature? Like, the Republicans really have no way of telling because they have their own areas. So no, I honestly blame this one on Cynthia Neely for not speaking up, because this started in the House where she's supposed to be, but doesn't show up. I believe her track record is 80% missed.
Well, I think that's for most of them. You will hear like what, I don't know. Like I said, that's why I say politics is coming up. You're going to want somebody down there fighting for you, advocating. This is the state this is a state issue as well. You see what Lena said. I mean, well, you gonna get it. Like listen, man. Sometime, no trouble. Thank you for tapping in. What it is, Wanda J. Gaddis tapping in. That's some more of my Gaddis clan. The big thing about it, Reverend Gladys Gaddis Long. Thank you for tapping in. To me, it's like they know it's a problem, but keep pushing it. Keep trying to tell the people it's not a problem when you're seeing the after effects. More dialysis places than popped up. The different cancers, how they popping up. You can see it. You can still see this. The after effects of a crisis is never going to get fixed, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, like that is for sure on Cynthia Neely. She's supposed to be bringing these issues up and keeping her colleagues informed. But they got their own areas that they have to keep track of, right? So it is on her to report what's happening in her area let everyone know, and then request the funds or request, give an action plan and request support. And when Eagle comes through town, do you think that they just go to a random house and test? No, they get with the mayor's office, and the mayor sends them. You go here or go here, get your test there. Places that he already knows already got full piping fixed, like the gentleman that was in our chat yesterday causing a havoc.
Don't even bring it up. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, right. Where he knows that the results are going to be skewed and good. So, like I said, the House, I can't blame the House. You have to blame the representative on that. And then John Cherry, the state senator, is sitting there crying about it was an attack on the colleagues. No. How about you stood your ass up in front of the state Senate and said, hey, my colleague from the House wasn't there, so let me stand up and say the water's not fixed. But he won't do that neither. He took the coward's way out and started a political fight rather than saying, hey, someone lied to you, the water's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what a new one said. And Cynthia Neely is married to the mayor, and she didn't say the water isn't fixed. Then I'm looking at what Mark Hutchinson said. He said, let's say Flint did get the $8 million. Would it really make a difference, or would it be doled out to unacceptable programming? I think it would have zero impact because there is no accountability.
There's the other end of that, and thank you, Mark, for bringing that up, because we all know money disappears in Flint. At this point, I just kind of take it for granted.
Good morning, Irma. Thank you for tapping in.
Good morning. I didn't think of it like that because I just expect money to get laundered and embezzled in Flint.
I mean, that's what she's speaking. It seemed like that's what she's speaking up for. She's speaking up that the money that was coming into the programs, that's what she's really fighting for. So is she really fighting for the residents? No. Or is she just fighting for the money to go to the programs that
to those 501c3s that funnel into hers and her husband's and her friends' pockets?
Yeah, that fall up on the friends and brothers and in-laws. What's up, Macy Brooke Gaddis coming in from Phoenix, Arizona in the building. It's just to me that's why this voting situation, because it's really, can she go against what her husband's saying? Even though she the state rep, is she really going to go against the grain? Is she going to be like...
I don't know her. I know my wife personally wouldn't lie for me. So, I mean, that's on an individual basis.
I'm just looking at it from the money-wise at the end of the day. And I'm just being honest. This just for me. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't even got to be a relationship. Let's just say me and my cousin. I'm pretty sure if my cousin is the state rep and I'm the mayor, and me and him, he ain't going to go against the grain because he's going to be looking at, man, this is where we getting this money at. And this is his wife. Is she really going to go against him when he can be looking at it like, look, this is part of our income. She going to throw away $80,000 job when she and looking at it like, look, this how we get millions. I mean,
I don't know, because like my mind,
it's about money.
I would rather make a lesser legitimate amount of money and not have to worry about the IRS coming after me for not paying taxes on bribes, which yes, you do have to pay taxes on bribes, by the way, or getting caught in embezzlement, because we just saw several groups in Michigan get slapped hard with investigations for embezzlement and misappropriation of funds. I wouldn't want that hanging over my head. I'd rather take the $80,000 a year job and let those millions go by the wayside, because I don't think those millions are worth my years in prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you see that the governor, let's go back once again, the governor saying it, the mayor saying it, it ain't like these just regular smojos that's going with the program that, well, good morning, Miss Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. Sorry about that, Lauren. I'm finna come right to you. Lauren, thank you for tapping in. We're talking about dollars and cents.
Yeah. And, like Tanya Burns, or hell, I can make an educated guess here and say Miss Beverly Biggs. Mm-hmm. The governor's saying water's fine. The mayor's saying water's fine. I know Tanya has said water is not fine. I would venture a educated guess and see Ms. Bev Biggs on the news saying, no, the water is not fine. Mm-hmm. It's about integrity. And a lot of these folks in these seats, in these positions, and they don't have any.
And I get what you're saying. New one said, when has she ever fought? I mean, this is where we at. It says, Katie Saban said, when Neely was state rep, I commented on this page about water and would watch his page, and nothing was really said too much about water.
He didn't even want to fight at the beginning of the water crisis. Remember, there are several folks that were protesting and trying to let it be known outside of the Capitol building in Lansing. And Neely came out and threatened to have them arrested because it was embarrassing to him.
Good morning, coming in from Canton, Mississippi. Yeah, because have you seen the money that was dodged out? Dude, who gives $100 million to some people, the unconcerned pastors, Melissa Mays, and that crew who all got part of that money and how it was going to nonprofit? You don't dodge out money like that, man, if you don't keep people quiet.
Right? Like, I don't know. It's just aggravating to me, right? Folks in Flint have been dealing with this for 11 years. I moved there in 16, moved out in 24. So I was there for, I'd say a majority of it, I was there for 8 years. And stuff's still not fixed.
Yeah.
It took literally acts of Congress and state legislature just to get this much pipe in every house replaced. And they're still fighting, trying to replace the inside of the houses. Like, I'd take them back to court for that. Hey, replace the pipes inside my house.
I mean, but when you don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like they came hot. To me, it's like, I kind of compare it to, like, they knew they came here, Lil Mama Gaddis, a.k.a. Anaya, good morning. Detroit Red Gaddis 58. Detroit Red 58 Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. And Clarice Gaddis, if you didn't hear me. You know how when people be, to me, it was like when they came, it was like vultures. You know how they be seeing vultures be circling the carcass of a dead animal.
Yep.
And you see
meal.
Yeah, and that's how, to me, it seemed like that was what was put down. Because when you look at it, when you even just say you get 100,000, you got to get some of that to the IRS. They're coming to get their cut.
Oh yeah.
So you would have thought all the people, as we seeing, you would have thought everybody that was in Flint would have got free health care. Baptist Boys 88, thank you for tapping in. Detroit in the building. At
the very least, just treat it like the military, right? And mind you, whenever I speak about the military, I do have Stockholm syndrome. Okay, I only remember the good shit. But they broke parts of my mind, parts of my back. I've lived with migraine conditions, insomnia, all this. They not only afford me care for the issues that they caused, but they give me a stipend of money because these things prevent me from holding a legit job, right? I can't lift anymore. I can't hold a fucking schedule to save my life. A lot of these kids and a lot of these seniors, brain damage from lead is kind of a big deal. So at very least, medical care for the things that they screwed up. At the very least. Hey, your child has brain damage from lead attacking their brain. Oh, and there's treatments for this? Well, then the state should cover this shit.
That joker's still hot.
And if it's getting to the point to where, they can't hold a standard job because the lead has done so much to their brains or bodies that they can't, do what is expected in a regular job, then there needs to be a stipend to pay a percentage.
Yeah, look at this. This from Katie Saban. She said, I was on a page to help someone get elected as governor. And what was said in private messages was for him to use Flint and the water crisis to get elected. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the type of stuff.
I'm going to have to figure out who said it. I don't want to misattribute this terrible quote.
I'm looking at what Alan said. It was super diabolical to disapprove the Finnish money for the water pipes restoration. I mean,
all right. This comes from Winston Churchill, but I've heard it used in American politics even more recently. But the quote is, never let a good crisis go to waste.
Oh, facts.
Never. If you can get your name out there as some philanthropist, someone that helps and cares, well, I'm going to go out there and get it so I can get these votes, so I can get the sympathy, so I can get the support, whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mags Lock here. Good morning. Donnell Meredith, thank you for tapping in. Reason I listen, the whole thing was set up. Anytime you go in, what did they call it when they bringing everybody in the trial? I mean, in the case with you, you don't never want,
a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, you don't never want to be in that.
Mm-mm.
That's already a BS from Jump Street. It should have been all 80,000 on 100 should have had their own lawyer.
So class action does have its place, but not for this. A class action is like not to gain monetary, not repayments, but to make people whole. It is to stop an action. So all those people in the class action say, like, if Ford breaks or screws up, right? All the people affected by it come forward and get Ford to admit wrongdoing, negligence, and to fix the problem. And then after that, they would sue individually. That is how it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, so many lawyers and the law itself has allowed it to turn into a large civil case for monetary gain. But that monetary gain mostly goes to your lawyers. Weird how they fought for that, right? I mean, the lawyers in the Flint water crisis picked up what? 25%, plus they're picking up an additional percent from each person with a payout.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're walking away with like 35-40% of that entire thing. And only 26,000 people are getting paid out when nearly 100,000 were poisoned. Make it make sense.
That's the point that I'm saying. Is like they knew they took advantage. You had some who probably gonna creep through that's gonna get that 100. You got some who might, they will pay the least to mess over the many.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, and like I say, I'm only speaking on what I know. I know how they had us. You can go back on there, pull up the older shows. They was telling us to go bring the water pods back.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me see what Derek said.
Teach the town how to pipe fit.
Actually, the pipes are still sitting in some lots. What does that tell us? There are no pipe fitters to do the job. Teach the town how to.
So I don't know how to pipe fit, but my brother does work in the oil fields in Texas.
It's just a money grab until we go and accept what it was, even from the lawyers. When they came down here, listen, you're going to have way more people mad when they get them checks and be like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Dude, so
you think it's a crisis now. Stay tuned.
Me and the wife, we're expecting the $1,000 for the house we lived in,
mm-hmm.
right? That's all we're expecting, but we are expecting payouts for our children. So unfortunately, because everything was in my wife's name, it's probably going to go toward my wife because they don't keep track of the kids' ages. So we're going to have to send the kids that cash. Guess what we get to do when we send that money?
Mm-hmm.
Pay taxes on it. Like anytime you use Zelle, Cash App, anything like that, for more than, I think it's like $600 or $800 in a year, the IRS wants to know about it.
Mm.
So my kids are getting hit like triple time with fucking taxes. It's absolutely wonderful because we keep talking about the IRS wanting their cut. Remember, Michigan has an income tax.
Mm-hmm.
So Michigan's going to want its fucking cut.
Shout out to Miss Burns. That's the apartments was called Village Shores Apartments for giving out.
Oh, and don't forget the city of Flint has an income tax, and any lawsuit settlement is considered income, so they'll want their 1% as well. I mean, put it together, right?
Mm-hmm.
The state and the city poison you, ruin your life, give you knock-on effects for the rest of your life, still haven't fixed the problem. They're going to give you a pittance of money, but then they expect a chunk of that pittance back. Make it make sense.
I'm looking at what Ron Uncut said. Y'all said Gretchen Whitmer knew about it, but it's a trickle-down effect because if she had the same administration as Snyder, then the next governor is going to go with the same plan.
Yep.
Let me see what Carol Kincaid said. State gave settlement, then gave away our settlement part to lawyers. State poison, the states need to pay lawyers and restore funds to residents. Shaking my head, facts.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what okay, Katie saving $600.
Yes.
Kenneth said Attorney Cucker advised that the settlement proceeds all are tax-free. But that ain't where it went down.
That ain't what the IRS said. They said we want our money.
Yeah. Let me see what Derek said. He said in 2016 there was an estimate done for the replacement of Flint water pipes. There was $1.5 billion. Flint received that. What happened? That's the $1 billion question. Lawsuits are not taxed. Katie said lawsuits are not taxed. Let me see what Kenneth. It was on the Flint Beat podcast the other day. Wow. I've been seeing a lot of shout out to the podcast game. I'm watching everybody get in on it. I saw M Live got them a podcast right now. Let me see what new one said.
Anyone we know?
It's a sports one. I don't know.
Even better.
I received my letter and it says up to 1,000. Make it make sense.
Up to 1,000. They're not even giving you a straight number. Beautiful.
Let me see. Any resident can come to council. No, it's council tomorrow. Please attend, support the evicted residents of Lakeshore. Oh, that's at Lakeshore Apartments turning off utilities at Holiday. Oh, wow. Didn't know that. Rough.
Give me a second.
This is terrible.
Oh boy. Gotta love when I type in a question, I get an answer coming as yes, comma, it's complicated. Fuck. Okay. So I asked, is the Flint water crisis settlement being taxed by the IRS? Since we've got now multiple people saying multiple different things. So yes, it's complicated. The principal amount of the Flint water crisis settlement for personal injury and property damage is generally not taxed, but any interest earned on that settlement money while held in the trust is taxable by the IRS, as the trust structure makes the earnings taxable income, even though the settlement itself aims to compensate for health impacts. So there we go. I wonder if the people are going to end up having to pay that, or if they're just going to take it out of the trust then. Because I know the lawyers are trying to get at that trust for the interest.
Too much money. I wouldn't leave nothing on the plate. I mean, but this is what happened. Alan, I agree with you. I agree with Alan. Poisonous and contaminated water should never be accepted across this nation. This destruction that happened to Flint was preventable, but because of false findings, corporations were able to dump. I mean, this is what you get when you're dealing with corporations. When you letting the corporations get to do what they want to do, it become big business. When you can pay off anybody. I don't think people. What's up, Christy Coleman? Thank you for tapping in. I don't think. I know people know, but what can you really do? Like I say, voting season coming up again. We finna beg. You gotta hope. And just let's just say the next governor come in and deal with the same administration. So what we finna be at? Same thing for another 4 years, if not 8.
Like I said before, I'm not getting behind anyone in these elections, at least the local ones, because we've been burned too many times. However, comma, break, apostrophe, dramatic pause, I will make funny little campaign videos for you if you pay. You want to go after LaShawn Johnson? I'll make a nice little funny video for you. You want to go after Leon? I'll make one for you. I don't care who you are, but a lot of these members currently sitting up there that aren't, negotiating for the people, but more negotiating for themselves, they got to go. So, yeah, if you want a funny little video made to try to get some of them out of their seats, I'll do it, and I'll do it cheap.
I think the only way you're gonna get people out, you got to go door to door, man. You got to get the boots
go
on
door
the
to
ground.
door and have those funny videos on your phone. Be like, hey, here's your current clown. I'll make sure they're non-monetized and they're on my private page, so 810 doesn't get a copyright strike. And you can go ahead and download it, or I'll send it to you. You can put it, and you can show people the clowns that they're dealing with currently. Someone who can't read, someone who thinks that women are punching bags, someone who just goes power hungry. Like, screw it, run them through.
But the thing is, if you see it on this level, you see it on the national level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Didn't we talk about a congressman that was beating his wife?
But see, this what I'm saying. It's the system. Look at this. This the thing, and I get why so many people won't be so mad because the people look at it like, well, damn, look how they brought up with Bill Cosby. Look how they brought up with this one. But then yet, when you hear about the Prince over in London, the father was over there, Epstein, they don't get locked up. Okay, they might have lost a little some, the titles, but they still get to live how they want to live. Then you hear about, okay, it was some Congress people that was jammed up. So you get people why they like, nah, if we're against pedophile, against that, you know what I'm saying? It can't be, we picking and choosing when it become, you know what I'm saying, when it's right and what is wrong.
When it comes to more local, people take it more seriously because this is someone in your community. Fighting it at a national level, let alone an international level, fuck if I know, dude. Like I don't know how you would, but I do think that at a local level, that dude could be your neighbor. He could be looking at your kid if you're talking about people that like to touch kids, or could be, hey, this person who's supposed to be representing me in city council getting funds to my ward can't even read, or this person here likes to get in fights more than they like to represent, or this person here likes to go through and punch their girlfriend, or this person here is trying to get money for their own nonprofit rather than money for our neighborhood. I think it hits closer when it's at home. There's more of a disconnect. Oh yeah, or people who are supposed to be keeping track of $94.6 million and haven't updated a spreadsheet in over a year.
What's up, Jazzy? Man? No, I'm not going to say that because we'll see people here. Ain't none of us met Bill Cosby, but you had so many people. Oh, he's a crook. Oh, he's a savage. Then nobody know him. So, nah, it's just like it's what the media want to put out there. See, they downplaying what happened. That's why the point I was making my point, even with the Michigan football coach. You see how that's been put everywhere, but did you see the situation here ain't been put everywhere? It just show pick and choosing on what they want to show. If you in with the people and they need you, they can hush it down. But if people really want you out, the way that man been on all the major news cycles, every podcast, everybody got a this and that, like that's between what he did. Oh, you know what happened over there. But that's what it makes, because we can point, this person, he this and that. It just shows you the hypocrisy. Trump, he cheated on his wife, but ain't nobody saying he was the worst person. He didn't call women all type of things. I'm just saying some of the stuff, people have lost their jobs. I get it, but it's certain things that's going around. It's just, to me, it's like the picking and choosing. That's what you know what I'm saying. We not holding everything accountable, so it don't fit for everybody. That's what I'm saying. I get it, but this is how you would have a revolt when people looking at, damn, how can I go to jail if I mess with somebody? I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general. I can go over here. We can just paint it as one person. Oh, that was Jeffrey Epstein. He was a bad person. No, everybody was hanging with him. No, I'm just saying how it's getting put out there. But look how they released the 911 call.
Whoa. This is the first I heard of that part.
What? No, he ain't. She mean not literally shot herself.
Yeah, I was like, wait. You mean he did done take the big nap?
No.
No. Okay.
Hey, Tony, and it do. Now, I agree with you with that. It says from the outside looking in, looks like the Democrats laundering money through Michigan, allegedly. I mean, it do when you see some of the things that went down.
Now, you guys know I'm a red voter, right? But I'm not just going to throw that on Democrats. Anyone who could get a toe in the door was laundering money through Flint, Michigan. I'm talking Republicans, Democrats, independents, hell, even folks just unaffiliated with any party. So, yeah, let me be fair there. I got to call strikes where they're at, and several Republican affiliated folks have done the same fucking thing in Flint.
No,
anything that comes through Flint is going to someone's pocket instead of someone's betterment. An actual person's betterment.
Listen, when you had the Republican who threw Neely Wilson, went at the head of the Republican Wilson, and then he lose his job.
Oh yeah.
So that tell you all you need to know.
So the head of the Genesee County GOP, good old party,
Yeah.
God, Matt Smith, he
Yeah.
lost. He got voted out for a number of fucking reasons, not the least of which was trying to get someone, a Democrat, to drop out of a race by threatening her fucking dogs, saying that he was going to behead her dogs if she didn't drop out, so his friend could win. Yeah, no, I do not like that man. I do not like his mother. I do not. His mother, I believe, last I heard, was on the Mott board. Different last name. I can't remember her name, but yeah, if you see a 6'2", 6'3" giant man child, like maybe 25 years old, chubby cheeks, constantly has his hair swept to the side, dresses like his mother dressed him, standing next to a short lady there, yeah, that's Matt Smith.
Hold up, I might have messed that up. Let me get it right. It wasn't Matt Smith. It was the one before him.
Oh, okay.
The Republicans had a 2019. Let me get it right. Thank you for helping me, because I don't want to get it wrong. I want to be. It wasn't. It was when Alan Griggs did the bed and breakfast for Sheldon Neely. It was 2019.
Oh, Griggs.
It wasn't Matt Smith. Let me get that together. I'm so sorry, family. Let me get that together. But I remember, that's what I'm saying. So, no, that's when you hear about when they say Democrat dinos or rhino, Democrat, Republican in name only.
Man, can we all disagree on one thing real quick?
Mm-hmm.
That there is no ideal Democrat, no ideal Republican. That any time that someone gets caught with their hand in the cookie jar or doing something that we all find immoral, they're called their peers in the same party will call them a rhino or a dino, right?
Right.
They're all doing the same fucking thing. It's just a public shame thing. No, neither party has been working for the betterment of the masses since, I want to say, before World War I. So,
but this my thing, Katie Saban. I understand you saying they setting up Doge over Michigan, right? But it's just going to be just those to go after their political enemies. Because like when the Democrats get back in, they're going to come uncovering what the Republicans did. Because that's just seems like that's all we playing on both sides. You know, like what they forgetting the people. And that's what I'm saying. It's not politics for the people. It's politics for them. Because to me, it's like who all fighting to get the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Money gonna start coming to me. I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna send money to my crew. That's what it is. I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat.
Here's the thing about Doge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a fan of the premise of it because, it's been a thing for a lot longer than it's been named Doge. It used to be called the Office of Government Accountability or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Doge coming into Michigan, they can only do stuff about federal dollars. So any state dollars or local dollars, anything like that, they can't touch, they can't investigate, they can't look at. It's only federal. That is their only purview. So might be ARPA funds, might be some wind funds if they go into Flint, but majority of the money that came from the state of Michigan itself into Flint, they can't track. It's not part of their purview.
But I'm just saying, because what we're seeing is, it was a Republican fundraiser held at Alan Griggs bed and breakfast. My bad. Let me get that right. Thank you for helping me, because I hate to be he's a liar. So I'm just saying, when you looking at it, what do you expect? That's like in my what do you gonna expect? At the end of the day, who controlling the purse strings? Eric May's been saying, and look at the dark literature that's coming out here. Who gonna put the money up for these people?
Follow the money.
Yeah, but don't nobody want to follow it. When you go follow, but I get why. You don't want to run up to the wrong info.
You learn too much about certain things, and next thing you may learn is how cold the Flint River is.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at it, I'm just saying, just think about it. Your mayor a Democrat, right? He professed to be a Democrat.
But you went to the Democratic National Convention, yeah?
Yeah, but you went to a bed and breakfast that was held by a Republican fundraiser. So it don't matter what you get your money from. Yeah.
I mean, and giving any business to Griggs just makes me sick. I don't like that man at all. I really don't.
No, I'm just saying.
That's on a personal note, right? Like,
Yeah,
I do not like Griggs.
we can tell.
Fuck that dude. I think I hold more animosity toward Griggs than I do Neely, and that's pretty hard to do.
I mean, I look at it like this. Let me see.
I still haven't found Jimmy Hoffa. The threat is real, for real, bro.
Yeah, no, because listen, man. Just look at Rose. Her campaign headquarters got burnt down, got set on fire twice. You understand it? You had people were doing when Weaver ran in 22. We saw the person that had Weaver signs in the back of his truck. They had video proof of it.
Oh yeah, he later got arrested for something with kids, right? But yeah,
facts. Good morning, Deborah Luna. Thank you for tapping in. And then I'm just saying, if you go look at it, and I'm looking at what you're saying, Deborah Luna. In fact, I remember when we was over at the Mott College board. Look how my man said the peanut gallery. Look how they really talk down to residents. And this is crazy.
I mean, I think no, I can't say every, but majority of political bodies in Flint talk down to residents. The only one I can think of that doesn't really do it as often, mainly because they're mostly professionals, would be the Board of Commissioners, at least that I've seen lately. In the past, they may have been absolutely worse, but when I started looking at them,
but even
they had enough sense to keep their animosity behind closed doors, at least.
And I'm looking at what Mark Hutchinson said. Facts. He said Griggs, typical Flint. He didn't live in his ward and nobody cared. Griggs is the norm for council. That's what I'm saying. Here we go again. Michael Freeman was getting dogged out. I'm just saying.
I think he just straight up resigned and said, nah, this is a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, but see, that.
Mind you, this is the man that runs the land bank, and he's saying this is too much for me, so.
Yeah, because when you see it, like some of the stuff that they didn't allowed to have on. I know we hear the typical, okay, this person was, they had a racist on there. Hell, you're going to find that everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is, what I be saying, like, how is it allowed to keep happening? Why every time it's like when I was talking about yesterday with Anthony Scalia, the Supreme Court judge. Facts, but what I'm saying, but we just act like, oh, this just pop in. They can just pop in. No, this system is what it is, whether we like it or not. That's what I be talking about. That's just like even with Matt Smith, what you said he has said. But that's just, when you're looking at it from that standpoint, what do we really supposed to do? What can you ask the state? What can really the state rep do if you ain't got the votes? You got to go along with what's going on.
See, the way I look at the House is it's state House, mind you. Federal House, different ball game. But a lot of those people just want to do better for their communities. A lot. I don't want to say most. I definitely won't say all, but a lot. And if they hear of another community still struggling, I think that if they were given the unadulterated, non-bullshit truth, that they would still try to help. Republican, Democrat, whatsoever, it didn't matter. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of the truth was obscured from them. Coming from your governor, your mayor, state rep, though she didn't say the water was good, she didn't not say the water was bad. You know what I mean?
I get it, but what I'm looking at, though, but it's Republicans here knew. This is what I'm saying. If they could say the governor, she this and that, she's not a good person, what's she not good on? Because they damn sure not saying she's not saying has any of the Republicans called her out about the Flint water situation? Because all of them can say they didn't know. But it's been enough people here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them knew Eric Mays. A lot of them was being told that the water was, they just, having a blind eye to it.
Yeah. If you're talking local party, dude, I don't know. Like I said, I severed ties with him after one meeting. I was like, this is too much bullshit. That man said something that crossed the line with me, trying to tell me, oh, Flint's too dark for you to win. Like, so you're saying, A, I'm wasting my time and money, and B, that I don't try to help these folks that are my neighbors and friends and family, you know, with not just a water crisis happening, but a financial crisis.
But that's
something
what
affecting the entire town. Like, so them calling out the governor about X, Y, Z, I don't know.
That's what
I'll
I'm
be honest with
saying.
you. Now, should they have? Definitely.
Mm.
And they should, you know, if they want to be actual, honest, and reputable people, they also need to go back and start calling out Snyder.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at what Mark Hutchinson saying. This is true, but then you got to call out Inez Brown and Davina with Griggs and all the council that don't live in the ward. When you start with a lie, it never ends in truth. Add Satino to the list that didn't live in their ward. Flint pays heavy price for that, and it is. What's up, good brother Clacton tapped in. He said, we can say whatever, but if our elected officials say otherwise and vote otherwise, what can we do? You see, they took the money back. Our elected officials are the ones doing us in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful who you like. You can't put in nobody that's not going to fight for you. This is impossible. Look at the school. You got the president of the school board and the president of the city council.
And one thing that really drives me nuts, and this is local politics everywhere, not just Flint, right? People will vote for their friend because they're their friend. Not because, oh, I think this person's going to fight for us. Not because, oh, you know, this, or they might give them the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, they're not doing any due diligence. They're not looking at the other candidate going, maybe they're better. I'm going to vote for my friend. You know what? Fuck friendships when it comes to politics. These are people that are supposed to be representing you, moving millions of dollars to move a community in the right direction. You know, try to help people up instead of slapping them down. So, no, like, don't vote for your friends because they're your friends. Actually take a look at their policies, their practices, and what they say they're going to do and who the fuck they're affiliated with before they even step into that ring.
I mean, this is where we at right now. That's what I'm saying. So when you even going back, so how could we really expect the state rep to go against her husband when, you know what I'm saying? Say she making 80, he getting 140. Put that together, that's over 200-some thousand. And the deal, they got allegedly they got non-profits.
I can expect it because I have this naive notion where if you're going to vote for someone in politics, you tend to vote, in my opinion, for someone with a bit of integrity. And if it means ruining your marriage to help now 80,000 people, is your marriage worth it? To me, yes. I'd drop it in a fucking heartbeat.
Well, you show me some who do that, Trevor. Show me the ones in power where their wives gonna go against and mess the money up. Because we can go with presidents. Let's don't, you know what I'm saying? When we're gonna say the moral, let's start at the top. If you're gonna go with that, you think Trump wife gonna leave him for how he disrespect women? If we're gonna do with the moral, that's what I'm saying. We can't just be.
Isn't Hillary prepping to divorce Bill over some of the shit he's done?
And she just knew Bill was doing this. At 90-some years old, you're gonna call it quits now. Even that's BS. Well, she gonna come out because now the Epstein thing that came out. Why she didn't divorce him when he was with Monica Lewinsky? Why she didn't do it then?
So I have a personal theory on that one. It was the 90s and being gay was frowned upon. And I think Hillary likes women more than men. Personal opinion.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. My bad.
She was using Bill as a cover up.
My bad. I'm saying last night I called him and said they was 200. But I'm just saying.
I mean, Bill at does look like he's fucking 350 after quadruple heart bypasses.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't have about 5 heart bypasses. Wright knew when she was going to run for president. That's what I'm saying. This This is what
Clinton the beard. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. Here we is. Money is power. That's what I'm saying. They just play this game. Hey, Alan, you got a point there. They do vote in block. I'm not saying it. I'm not even saying what it is. You know what I'm saying? That ain't. You know, I don't care. Like I keep telling y'all, I don't care what you do outside. I don't know where this moral compass, high standard moral compass came from. I've been flabbergasted. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just telling you. I I don't know nothing. But all this, oh, he cheated. I never knew. I just didn't think they're still stoop to this level and like this how we can get you out the job. We're gonna do this and that. We're gonna bring this up. It's like some of the stuff I seen people try to take a person down with moral compass.
Nothing new under the sun, dude. They've been playing that same game since before the Greeks. They're gonna play it well after we're dead and dust.
And I can't believe people still falling for it.
I mean, it's always going to be that way. Oh, he's immoral. Okay. Very, very true. Very true, mind you. But, you know, when you point one finger, especially in politics, there's three more pointing back at you.
Oh, not me, Sheila. I don't really care. I knew, in fact, I wish people would watch the movie The Distinguished Gentleman. You can really see the real crooks. Right. That movie, Eddie Murphy, that should have got an Oscar, but you know, the government didn't want that. I mean, they couldn't really put that out there.
That's just
I'm just like this moral compass thing. If you go bring up your presidents, like which ones were moral? I mean, I'm waiting. I
can't think of one. Maybe Carter. Maybe.
Even
I don't know too much about him because he was fucking boring as shit.
But I can promise you, we can even pull up what he had. I'll give you one. Go back and pull up when he said he was going to talk about Area 51, right? Before he got elected. Soon as he got elected, he changed it.
That got taken off.
Yep. Yeah, even he know you can't go against the system. Oh no, I feel you, Sheila. I feel you. Thank you. No, my bad.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Another movie to take a peek at, Wag the Dog.
Yeah.
That was a great fucking movie.
But see, but this that's why I'm saying like it's crazy that you got the unmoral people telling people how to be moral. That's why I just find it's just like I said earlier.
Now Lincoln wasn't moral. Lincoln was.
What's up, Raphael?
Was as fucked up as everyone else.
No, but that's like it
the
was
Emancipation Proclamation was not ending slavery as a whole, as an institution, is only freeing slaves in the South because the South was still considered part of the United States, even though there's a war going on, just to hurt the South's war effort. That wasn't no moral high ground.
No, all you do is go watch the conversation that him and Frederick Douglass having. If you think that's the two best friends having conversation, I think people need to go back and read it again. Now, see, people keep forgetting that what Lincoln was saying, like he said, he wasn't just he didn't free, he was trying to preserve the Union.
Yeah, that's literally it. I don't think he was moral at all. Honestly, like I've said before, if I see you in a political position, you have to prove to me that you're a decent person. The second you're elected, I honestly have to assume, just based off experience, life experience at this point, that everyone that's been elected is corrupt until proven otherwise.
Yeah, that's all. Let me see. Hillary is 78. Those that heard that. That's what I'm saying, Mark Hutchinson. Hillary like she finna be on the dating market. Like, oh, we put this out. That's because they, listen, the ones who running this thing probably said we got to give up Bill. They ain't going to do nothing to Bill. They ain't going to want to lock him up. We'll give him up. We ain't going to give up everybody else, but we got to get somebody up. Let's get Bill up. Bill got, you know what I'm saying, maybe.
Bill will get a compassion deferment.
They're going to say
compassion suspension. So when you get when you're guilty and the judge gives you a sentence and then he goes, oh, it's suspended. But if you screw up one more time, you're going to serve this entire sentence. Life.
He probably not all the way even there upstairs. That's what I'm just saying. He can play it. He might come out and play like he ain't got it together. But but that's my thing. Either you're going to take this serious what's going on, but you never know. Well, tell him again, Ron Uncut. Let's see what he said. Yeah, Lincoln did not free the slaves. He was forced into signing that bill that the bill the radical Republicans freed the slave. Democrats started the Triple K. What's up, Worcester, in the building? Thank you for tapping in and checking in.
Nah, if we really want to play some fun political games, take a look at Chicago during Prohibition. Al Capone was running around and rival gangsters running around, literally gunning folks down in the middle of the street. Hardly anyone got arrested, but they were paying off both Republican and Democrat lawmakers in the state and federally until a federal task force was called in just to literally gun them down. Like, it was the Wild West with cars. The wild.
I mean, but they allowed it to go down, though. That's the thing. When you were seeing the politicians was getting paid. Go watch Gangs of New York. Good movie.
That was a great movie.
Go watch the Gangs of New York, and you can see how it was. You can really see how they didn't care. Taco Tuesday. Stanley Wood with that $5 super chat. Thank you, Stanley.
Just to honor that, I will make tacos tonight.
I'm just saying.
I do see a question here that kind of goes with things. Wouldn't Bill Clinton have presidential immunity? No. As the Supreme Court ruled, only things done in his official capacity. So, say Trump's strikes against Venezuelan boats right now. That's done in his official capacity. Whereas in no way in official capacity is flying to Epstein's Island and touching kids official.
Maria, the lovely Maria Carter with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Thanks for rocking with them. Sheila said, let me see. Sheila said, my curiosity, are they going to hold Trump accountable for his actions and being part of those files? Hell no.
So far, the only thing I've seen is a re-released photo. One that, let me send it to myself. Then again, I haven't really looked because I've been busy with other shit.
Listen, they had so much stuff come up, but Trump got up. They just showed what Pam Bondi, allegedly, let me say this. His I forgot what she run. Like Trump wanted her to go after her her ass might be in trouble, but I doubt something gonna happen. But no, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Really set up a Discord server just for this.
Hey, new one. I can agree with that. So all the rich U.S. families were originally crime families. Facts when you see how they was rolling.
How many bodies do you think the Rockefellers buried?
I mean, no more than them plantation owners. I can tell you that much. They probably running neck to neck. Because when you can just go kill people when you got mad, let me see, they will never give out all the files. Why would they? Yeah, they not one going to give out because it would took too many people down. See, if Trump, once again, this goes back to Trump. If he would have never opened his mouth up, because when he was running, what up, cuzzo? If Trump wasn't running his mouth and pulled back that onion of civility in the nation, if he wouldn't have did that, wouldn't nobody been coming up here doing what they wouldn't have been asking. He brought up the Epstein's file. We're going to show the Democrats. If he never would have did that, but this is the game that he played to go get elected. He just the one that'll go to the edge and push it. He should have never pushed it. Just like with even with him trying to pardon that lady and didn't understand he couldn't pardon her. But what he telling his people, get her out. It's like, and she in state and not federal. It's just, let me see, get ready for the, facts, Stanley Wood with the $5 super.
Stanley, are you going to let Ward 1 and 3 know that they won some polls?
You should get ready for the shit show tomorrow at council. Facts. Let me see what it said. Trump, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, etc. Old and rich. Ain't nothing gonna happen. They are so old and rich that they are even beyond embarrassment. In my opinion, it's interesting to watch. Yeah, it is. Because it's just, if Trump would have never brought up the Epstein files, that would have went away. You know how many people you brought into that? You brought world leaders into it.
Well, let's for a second forget about how many people he brought into it. Let's take a look for a minute at how much money he brought into it. How many billions of dollars are behind these individuals that he's brought in? At this point, you could probably say trillions of dollars that is now tied up, and people are sitting there going, well, we're going to have to throw some people to the sharks. Might as well just be a millionaire or two. I mean, they're a dime a dozen at this point.
It's just that, to me, Linda, I get it. She's saying that's why women don't tell about sexual assault. Don't report it because they won't do anything about it. I mean, I understand it. I get it when they saying it. I get it, but then they'll let it go through when they want it to go through. That's the craziness. When they want it to go through, Avis with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Avis, for the $5. Let me see. It said the New Deal era of the 1930s, coming from Katie Saban, and the Great Society programs later on. Some aid was distributed through local authorities who applied existing racial biases, sometimes limiting benefit for minorities.
Take a look at her next message.
I'm going to put it up. Agriculture Adjustment Administration, AAA, gave money to white landowners, but often not the black sharecroppers. Let me see what Concrete Jungle says. Just like when people go on Steve Wilkos' show, Omari, knowing they're going to fail lie detector tests, yet they go on there anyway and lie because they feel that little few dollars that they're getting, it mean a lot to them. Hey, here we is. This is what I was trying to say. Trump ran a campaign, but at the same time put his foot in his own mouth with what he promised the people. He shouldn't have. I mean, it said, remember, Mick, when stuff was brought up, there's an agenda that is going on behind the scene.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we'll ever know the full truth on just about anything that the government says. I mean, how long did it take to come out that we had stealth programs for aircraft?
I mean,
30 years, and we still don't know the extent of it. I mean, hell, the only time I've heard of a stealth helicopter was when Osama bin Laden was taken out. Right? What further stuff is out there? And that's just military, okay? Let's go into civilian side. Do we still know the full extent of JFK's assassination? How about Martin Luther King's?
I mean, well, we know it was government. It ain't like it's hard to figure it out. They just tell you
we
it
know
wasn't.
It's government, but here's the next question. Who was involved? And then there's the surface level reasons, but they had to have more reasons than that.
No, when you had, to give you an example, let's start with J. Edgar Hoover. Let's start with your FBI.
That guy's as big a crook as anyone. He just had a badge to back it up.
And that's what I'm saying. So when we was talking about the mob and how they was able to run, maybe that can explain some of the stuff that they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because look how people will do anything to get elected. If you didn't have money, they will go to the streets, go to the thugs, the gangsters, the fun. That's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, let me see. Ron, have y'all noticed every year they pick around 3 to 6 billionaires and put them on high-profile cases?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
and
why
usually
is that?
It's new money billionaires. So not ones that have been building up wealth since 1850s, right? It's guys who come up recently. By recently, I mean like the last 40 years that they've made their money into a multi-billion-dollar empire, and they're the ones that are somehow getting put out front. Like all the depravity that comes with these rich folks.
I got a
do
question.
mean depravity. Do you think that, once again, Rockefellers haven't been playing around, doing heavy drugs, touching people they shouldn't be touching? Do you think that, name it other old family that has tons of money.
I mean, with
They've done it.
the Epstein thing told you that. I mean, if you go back and look at the old Hollywood story when people was thinking,
Hollywood.
I can't think of the dude who was back in the 30s or something. When they outed him, he was going to be a big time movie actor.
Mm. Yeah, Mark.
Okay. Let me see what Carol said. Carol said, remember, several coastal states were populated as prison states by Europeans that wanted to be done with the prisoners. Great DNA base for what we are seeing.
I mean, Australia is the exact same thing. No argument from me there. This one, though. Okay, Kennedy was shot while driving in a slow convertible, but we will never know the reason. I bet the real reason is so unbelievable, probably won't be believed anyway. But not just that. The man who took out Kennedy, John Wilkes Booth was.
That was the
Clinton.
other dude. No, John Wilkes Booth was Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
What was his name? God damn.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
Two things. Number one, people heard more than 3 shots, and they heard them from 2 different directions, one being a grassy knoll, one being a building. And only one person was caught being, I just said his name, but either way. And then he was assassinated in front of people, in front of live TV cameras. And then the man that assassinated him, I do believe his name was Ruby,
Jack Ruby.
was murdered before his trial, before he could speak. Tell me that doesn't scream of conspiracy.
Yeah, you cleaning up, you clearing up all loose ties. But what was the reason for them to hide it?
I mean, your own government taking out your own leader, that's something to hide. But here's the next question. What could possibly cause, in my opinion, the most powerful organization in the United States at the time, the CIA, to knock off a president?
Hey, Raphael, if you go look, he said, I heard it was the driver in the book, Beheld a Poor Horse by William Cooper. If you go, but they still tell you the magical bullet.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go look at, I forgot I was watching when they say the man behind Kennedy, I'll be watching on the History Channel.
It was his governor, the governor of Texas.
Yeah, no, his vice president.
No.
They said Lyndon Baines Johnson was his vice president. They said
yes,
him
but
and Lyndon.
Baines wasn't there with him.
No, but
okay.
Who was running to? Who was the governor? Who had ties in Texas? What was Lyndon LBJ from? Okay, when you go back and look, they said it was. This not what Mickey's saying. If you go back and look, they were saying it was. And I'm not trying to be. They were saying it was his vice president, the FBI director. Why you think when Nixon got in, Nixon barked back at at the time, J. Edgar Hoover. Nixon barked back because Nixon knew what all the bodies was buried at.
Oh, here's the next funny thing. So, bullet passed through Kennedy's head, went into the governor of Texas, I believe, into his shoulder. He refused to have the bullet taken out.
He got shot in the throat before he got shot in the head.
Yeah, but and then so he refused to have the bullet taken out, and then when he died, his family refused to let the medical examiner take the bullet out. Then he's still buried with that fucking bullet in him.
No, I don't know. I heard they didn't want to get a body up to the family at first. They was going through some stuff. That's why when the brother, they came at like it,
no,
it
the
was,
governor lived for a nice long while after the fact.
No, I'm saying no, him. I'm talking about the president when they was talking about they was like I was saying the government. I was talking about the governor. Saying I mean they was playing games because when the what's the name took his body, wasn't it the Navy that took it?
The government.
It was the Air Force. Yeah, one of them had it. Like I said, you should go watch it.
Kennedy's body.
Air Force, right. So it was Air Force.
LBJ, was LBJ, was sworn in on Air Force 2, and it immediately changed call sign to Air Force 1 mid-flight.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking at. It said there's so many layers. Right, Carol, you had so many layers to the Kennedy story. Mob, movie stars, the drugs they were giving him, Bay of Pigs to survive on his back issue, and the decisions made. Yes, his family has their own history. Facts.
Oh, let's not forget, number one, the Vietnam War was going on at that time. Just got out of the Korean War, and Kennedy was a World War II veteran. Like, that shit was all over the place. And in many ways, Kennedy was larger than life. And I think he was one of the last men in America to actually have a life somewhat similar to that. Like, that connected so many fucking disparate elements.
That's why I want people to go get that book, Behold a Pale Horse. I read they altered JFK's body before he got to Memphis. And they captured all the people in the crowd that saw what happened. All of it was in the book. I mean, when you go read it. I remember, like, if you read some of the stuff that you see is going on, I get why. Go look at what was his name? Henry Kissinger. He was a rough character.
Yeah.
Henry Kissinger was they thought he was the Antichrist.
And then they murdered Kennedy's brother at a press conference not too many years later. RFK. Like, the Kennedys kept dropping, dude. How many Kennedys were killed in skiing accidents? And at this point, I can only put skiing accidents in quotations.
I mean, but when you looking at big business, man, it's big business. That's why I get it. When people don't want to be stepping on toes, when you see some people be like, I'll just let it go. When they be stepping down, you just like MTG, everybody thought she just stepped down. Now MTG didn't want the president coming down on her. She see what type of individual he is.
I mean,
that's just like they can come out.
He crushes political opponents. That's what he does.
Facts.
He uses the power of his office to crush his political opponents. No different than anyone else, but he's just rough about it.
And he'll even laugh about it. And here go another book. Read The Creature from Jekyll Island. See, like when you go to really looking at, like, that's what I'm saying. When you voting, you better hope you got somebody who can't be bought and paid for. Because 9 times out of 10, your people gonna be bought and paid for. I don't care what they say. You're not gonna get in this system and don't have to play by the rules. You're gonna play by the rules they tell you to play by.
Hey, Mark. So Mickey's always spouting off these books. I got one for you guys. Read Puzzle Palace. It is about the inception of the NSA. And many things that you see in the Kennedy conspiracies line up with NSA current practices at the time. So I don't think it was just CIA. I think NSA was playing around in that one too. And I think it's because Kennedy didn't really trust his intelligence agencies and was thinking of cutting their budget by significant margins.
They knocked off Marilyn Monroe. We can't forget her.
Oh, yeah.
His son plane mysteriously crashed off the takeoff. No, to me, in my humble opinion, was they was like, we ain't finna let them get back in power. Do you understand? You get back in. That's why they did.
There's some old CIA like kook sitting there going. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say good morning, Miss D. Thank you for tapping in.
Yeah, there's some old CIA NSA kook sitting there behind his office going, RFK Jr. is in government now. Did we not finish off why did we not finish off the entire family? What's going on?
Yeah, they don't want nobody because they looked at that. He probably could have became president, as you can see, just off
the Kennedy.
Man, listen, President Kennedy was a beloved president. Mm-hmm. And the way he he was loved by the nation. So can you imagine his son getting in there? Shit. It's like, you don't know who was all in on it.
Kennedy was absolutely hilarious, right? Like, he went to France and his wife, Jackie Kennedy, was far more popular in France than he was. So he steps up to the crowd after she'd given an address and he goes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John F. Kennedy. I'm the president of the United States. But as many of you will actually know me, I am the man that escorted Jackie Kennedy to France. Like, the dude had a sense of humor. People loved him to death. And maybe that was a little bit too much of a problem for a lot of folk.
I mean, like I say, it's just you got to watch who you vote for and hope you vote for a person that will want to help you something.
At this point, we can all just agree that politicians are going to wet their beaks, right? It's just finding the politician that's going to wet their beak and still let something fall to you,
I
which is
just,
so hard to find.
I just don't think you're gonna be able to change. They not gonna let you change what they got going on. Like, this is how they've been getting money. This is how this thing is being run. So you think we're gonna let you come in? You see how they did Bernie Sanders? Brought him right in. He forgot what he was running on. But that's like any of both parties.
I still think he was used by the Democrat Party, right? And don't get me wrong, if Republicans could do it, they would too. But they brought him in because he was exciting to young people. Oh, no student loans. Oh, possible universal basic income. Oh, Medicare for all. Get all these younger kids excited and ready to vote. And now they are so invested in the actual election that when they ripped Bernie Sanders out, many of them still were just going to go vote. Like, oh, I'm already invested. I have to now. Like, they brought an entire like generation into the Democratic Party like that.
And then played them.
Twice.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, Concrete. Yeah, he was Kennedy Jr. was very popular, especially with the magazine he was running at the time.
Hell, he was releasing records from the White House with his kids. I still remember my dad playing one of those old vinyls for me, and it was his daughter running up. He was supposedly having a conversation with his cabinet. She goes, "Addy dotty dotty doo," and he goes, "How many times do I have to tell you? It's addy body body woo." Like, the dude was releasing public records like that just for the fun of it to engender some goodwill and love with the people. What president has done anything like that since?
I think because what we didn't got away from, because they all probably been rough. We put on this nostalgia and act like, no, when you the president, just like they say when they be looking at the kings and queens, like, them be some terrible people.
Oh yeah.
But see, we get caught up. That's why I'm looking at come next year. You finna see these people your pastor finna be letting them come in your church. Just think about it. We was just at the meeting. We was just at that meeting. Me and Brother Elliot was just at that meeting. And at the Saturday at the library.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm still trying to figure out how did McDonald Rivet get elected. I'm dead serious. I'm like, and I ain't never been this much invested in voting like this. I would just go in there and vote. I cannot believe how she got elected. I don't know how Snyder got elected. I don't know how Gretchen Whitmer got elected, but I voted for her. I'm telling you, like, after I'm seeing all the stuff go down, how did she make it back a second time? How did the mayor make it back
her mantra of fix the damn roads, and the roads are still fucked. That's all I know. But
how did the mayor make it?
Well, okay, Wences explained that one to us. And
explain
that's name
to
recognition.
Me again.
Name recognition. People are more comfortable with something they know than something they don't. His name has been on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. City council multiple times, state rep multiple times, mayor multiple times, and then his wife state rep multiple times. That Neely name has been there. It is now an established part of Flint politics. It is the start of a political dynasty. People are going to vote for it. They're comfortable with the name Neely. And he always passes off, he's on the phone. But yeah, he always passes off his shortcomings on others like council. Yep, see, there you go. Another time his name was on the ballot. But that's just what it is. I mean, take a look across the country. How many times do you see incumbents get elected, even though they've screwed up and their constituency fucking hate them, but they're comfortable with that name on the ballot? How many political dynasties do we know of in the United States that keep on getting elected through, even though we know their predecessor was a terrible human being? But it looks like Sandra Nichols Martin is a little bit behind. Yeah. Rivet, I think, has some connections. Her sister is a judge in Oakland County. Welcome back, Mick.
Yeah, that was my Dennis. You said Rivet, I think, has some connect. Now, I'm not saying. I'm just looking at like, how can you come up here? Some of the stuff she was saying is like, how? But I get it. Like Liddell be the bearer of the bad news when she delivered the mayor BS. Like, but how can you come down there and knowing that the people suffering, you going, we finna pass out the checks. We finna do this. Like, to me, she was like condescending to me.
Oh.
It was just,
and Neely does a great job of putting his name on everything. So the trash cans, right? And then another one I can think of is the water bill credit. I got a little piece of literature in the mail saying Mayor Neely's tax or water bill credit. Anytime money's associated with him in one way or another that gets spent that he can try to spin it as for the people, his name's on it.
But look, didn't nothing happen with his name being on the garbage can? Let's just say he lose this coming up year. Then his name's still on the garbage cans. But then nobody see nothing wrong with that.
And to rip his name off of it or scratch his name off of it would be defacing city property because you don't own it, you're renting it.
Yeah, Concrete, I see what you're saying. It was the same way in Chicago for years with the Daily name, first the father, then eventually the son.
Yeah, these political dynasties, people just get so comfortable with the name on the ballot, they vote for it damn near instinctually.
But I blame the other part of Flint that just wanted to vote. Well, they vote 90% just for Neely. I'm going to say it. I'm going to call a spade a spade. This is where it's at, but don't nobody want to really say that. He only getting half, but he got one section that vote don't matter what he do. That's going to give him 90% of that vote. I was at the polls when people all a lot, and it was like, It's neither here nor there. It's just, listen, when I tell you, but when you got people that can tell you all you got to get is 20%, we can get you the rest of the votes. And then you gave him the clerk office. He got the clerk office. It ain't look like the clerk fought hard to like as independent as she is. That's why they need to go get. I wish the clerk office could be on there. You vote everybody in. Same thing I feel about the Supreme Court justices. It shouldn't be the president get to pick them. The people should get to pick them. That'll really put you to work. Like everybody else get voted in. The clerk office should be no different. They should be did the same way because she's saying she independent. How is she really independent? Mark, I can see that coming again this year. Yeah, I see. Also, Neely wins because he splits the vote. There's always an AC or 21 on rolls to split the vote. Neely has real political skill. That's what you have to fight. And it's coming.
Not to mention Wentis. Just like you have no snitching rule in the streets, it's the same way in politics. If higher ups see that you're going to expose them, you'll not be able to move up the food chain. Then the other part of that is if you expose me, I'll expose you because none of them are clean. Fucking none of them.
And this is the great liar, Davina. I was at that meeting too, and Davina still went against her word from that meeting because she's with the cheats. Listen, why everybody said, man, Davina like that money. Davina like, listen, she ain't got to be in control. She just feel like her paycheck coming. As long as she get that paycheck, she content.
Yeah. I mean, there's a rule in the military. Don't fuck with the guy that gives you your bullets. Don't fuck with the guy that gives you your chow. And don't fuck with the guy that signs your paycheck. Do you think that if Neely wanted to, he could hold up Davina's paycheck? Probably could.
How could he if she independent?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So there is a check register. He could just say, hey, delay that one. And do you think the people in his administrative team are gonna just go no?
If he do that, then she can easily, okay, well, let's go back to this. Don't you know she can bust up this whole thing? She the clerk office. Jam him all the way up. But she's not going to do it.
No, like, I'm not defending her, dude.
Yeah, she's not going to do it.
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying, Like, you got to defend your paycheck, which is probably what she's doing. But she also knows that there's other back end benefits to this.
I wouldn't be surprised if she got a nonprofit.
I'd be surprised if she had a nonprofit. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets appointed as a clerk or a secretary to a large nonprofit in the city of Flint after this. Doesn't have to do a damn thing and pulls home about six figures a year on a board.
I see what Winter say. That's why you have a council that won't say about residency. New ones say payroll come from the city of Flint. Jasmine said he held up council checks. Oh yeah, Davina ain't stepping out of nothing.
She's willingly doing it, but there's also the anvil hanging over her head.
But
she wants in on this because she knows there's more money on when she gets out of that office.
But see, I'm with Mark. Davina knows she's untouchable unless there are 6 votes to remove. Davina shows you who she is, and she does it all with a soft voice. Davina ain't concerned about nobody facts.
That soft voice is probably what gets her through so much because she doesn't have to say very much.
But
she just does what she does.
But I feel her though. I can understand it because she don't trust none of the 9 up there. Because at any time 9 can become 6. You don't know who it might be. Neely might can keep his 5 and peel one off him on that side. You never know.
Okay.
Facts, Raphael. I'm looking at Winter saying, I know everyone see the new maze, but please remember it was a time when Neely and him were friends. I mean, I said, you know what? I can probably understand that. It was a lot of people that was all cool with each other until they wanted to start running. I mean, when people wanted positions, yeah, that's what it seemed like. People fall out when they want positions, man. They will fall out with you.
I mean, it's the same with Congress, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, there was a great movie. Eddie Murphy became a congressman. I can't remember the name of it.
The Distinguished Gentleman.
Yeah, there we go. And where everyone's, talking about how to make money in these committees. Mm-hmm. And then the money after the fact, after you get out. It's the same thing lower down. You just don't collect as big a paycheck, but it's still a fucking paycheck.
Dude,
it's still money's.
You see the state rep fighting for that $8 million. Trying to justify to get $8 million in. She ain't getting $8 million because she love people. She trying to make sure that money to them nonprofit study hit where it's supposed to hit at.
Let me see. Oh, do you remember this from August? Flint lawmaker requests $25 million for a phantom group. No website, no address, no IRS record, but a $25 million budget ask.
But you know why they did that? Because they seen other people did it. This is learned behavior. You think the mayor just got up? You don't think, man, listen, all these politicians are seeing how to play the game. This ain't nothing new. Some play it too good and lose their life in playing it or go to jail. But the system is set up for you can take here and there. That's just a given fact because look how many people have been taken. I mean, man, people be really thinking, listen, I done seen people do what I seen a person to do for anything, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, I done seen them same people play both sides. Just think about it. You had people that was rolling with Mayor Weaver. That's Team Neely now. Some people, they loyal to whoever in that seat.
The winning team.
Right. They loyal to whoever in them seats. I heard a bishop say that. Shit, I got to be loyal to whoever in that mayor's seat.
Right.
Let's see if he finna. And you definitely know these churches finna. How many people you think finna be trying to kiss up these pastors to find favor with the next governor coming in?
We've already seen some of these governor candidates. I don't think that there's a lot of hope going on around there. It's to
There,
the point where I'm just like watching it from a distance, like watching a slow motion train wreck, dude.
and I get you, Derek, what you saying, but these people ain't finna let you mess up how they been getting money. And I think that if they did fix Flint, you know how much money would be messed up, how many millions would be lost out if it's fixed.
Literal billions over a decade.
Yeah, they ain't ready for that. They trying to get their little last out. This might be some what they call last call for alcohol. I might be trying to get my retirement package together, and I ain't talking about the ones at the top because they're gonna keep making their money. I'm talking about the low level ones. This might be their last chance trying to get that money. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mess it up. Why you think people? I seen what Mark Hudgens, somebody said in the chat, like, be a congressperson, you'll make millions of dollars in a few years. Hell yeah.
I'm actually.
What's up, Yogi?
So Dan Crenshaw, the Cyclops from Texas, my dad used to like him until he found out he was making a lot of money in the stock market.
What?
Oh yeah, the dude's probably got like the third most profitable stock margins in the past 5 years.
But what's wrong with making money, Trevor?
Because he influences the laws that influence the stock market, so he's basically insider trading, if not just directing the money directly to himself.
Well, damn, ain't that what the president do? Don't he make money?
Not the stock market?
No, wars. Look at Lyndon Johnson. Didn't he have his trucks over there? Look at Bush. Didn't they look at Halliburton?
Cheney.
Wasn't that Dick Cheney in them?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, damn. I mean, I get it now. That's the little making money part about me. Like, I understand it, but everybody make money. I don't know what we done got caught up in this moral compass where, oh no, we're gonna do it by the book. No, they human.
Yeah. Here we go. So Dan Crenshaw has had public. I typed in beef, but whatever. Public arguments with media figures like Tucker Carlson. Okay, Crenshaw is probably right there. Whom he criticized for promoting extremism, okay? But his most recent is with Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan's a former SEAL, this dude. Great podcast. Generally very calm, low-key. But he asked Crenshaw, how are you making so much money in Congress? You entered with just with just a few thousand in your bank account. Now you're a millionaire. Crenshaw is saying he's going to sue him for defamation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I find to be absolutely hilarious because it's true, though. I mean, I've been yelling about Crenshaw for years. Same thing about Pelosi. All these folks go into Congress and come out millionaires. Either they're getting paid by lobbyists, or they're going to get out and be a lobbyist, or they're playing the stock market in ways that we can't do shit about. Some of them are playing the crypto market and coming away with, not just one or two successful trades, but we're talking like 50 to 60 Bitcoin. Each Bitcoin, I believe right now, is worth like $38,000 as a whole.
Yeah. Let me deal with this.
Common sense.
Let me deal with this one troll up in there. Hey, man, I know if you is a banker, this ain't the place to come on and do your little soliciting. Let me get that straight to you now. This is not where you come on and do your soliciting to what you're trying to do. So I'm not into really blocking nobody because I don't know how to get it right. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 24 hours because I don't want you to think you can come over here and just talk crazy.
This is why I share the
I just gave him 24
landscape layout, because I don't want our regular viewers being mixed in with heathens like that.
That's why I'm working on the phone. That's how I can get that.
Damn right, Yogi. There is no money being decent.
No, it ain't no money being decent.
You can now buy into a fund that tracks Congress stick picks. Yes. Honestly, though. So Congress has to release trades, even though they're blind trades, information on, but you can get up to a month of lead time, whereas they can really quickly get a trade in just before a vote, knowing that they have the votes to do it. So they will rake in much more, whereas you're having to wait a month and the trade is already cold. Yeah, you may still make a couple bucks, but you're not going to make anywhere near the thousands that they did. Insane. But yeah, like, and I'm happy one of my representatives down here in Florida, she just recently introduced a bill to make stock trading as a member of Congress illegal. You cannot do it.
But hell, look how you just had the prison. Then they had a lobbyist come to Congress talk about y'all ain't locking people up.
Yeah.
So that should tell you what you need to know. This is business. When you can come, you don't think should nobody at Congress should have been mad when they came? What you mean? We locking our citizens up?
Don't get me wrong, right? I believe it is 100% a virtue signal. What she's doing, it's just something to gain a little bit of notoriety coming into political season. At the same time, I hope it goes through because that's just one avenue cut off. And yeah, you have to chip away. You can't just take away all these illegal ways of making money at once. The pushback against it would be so insane you'd never get it done. And you have these idiot shills out there who stand up for these Congress people doing this shit. Just like you have these idiot shills out there not affiliated with the PRISM system, not friends or even known by these Congress people who are sitting there saying, yeah, we need to support the prison system and lock more people up. These fucking idiots. You have to take it one step at a time. One step being this stock trade ban. Cool. Next step, well, lobbyist. Third step, let's take care of private prisons as an entirety.
Yeah. Because I'm still
you have to chip at it, is what I'm saying.
But I mean, goddamn, they didn't have over 100 years to chip at it. They ain't chip shit because they still playing the same games. You got Trump want to pardon the lady. Now, this was crazy. This is the point that I'm making. You want to let people out if they break the crime. What type of signal is you sending? Like, okay, if you break the crime, but if you cool with the president and you believe his beliefs, you can get out. But that means I can go for Democratic or Republican.
Yeah.
And that's just like, let's just deal with here. You got the goddamn court system giving out PPOs.
You got the court system giving out felonies for disturbing the peace. But yeah, the PPOs is also a big deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when people really need the PPOs, you can't get them.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for tapping in. I'm just saying, when you looking at all this, it's just, to me, I'm just looking at it. This some bullshit. I'm just being honest with you. You got Trump. You don't want people. He's saying the system is bad, but you want to use the same system to lock people up.
Yes,
hey, hell yeah.
But
he knew what was coming.
I can damn near promise you Trump's going to do the same thing when he gets out of office, right? Mind you guys, once again, I'm a red voter.
Yeah.
Right? But just because I vote one way doesn't mean that I'm blind to some of the shit they do.
No, but this is my thing. I'm not mad at Biden. And I'm not going to be mad at Trump if he got a pardon here. Do you think, don't you know he didn't piss people off?
All right, that guy needs to fucking go. I'm fucking tired of that. Fucking tired of racists coming into our fucking chat. Like,
I knew that was coming.
Please take yourself out of the fucking gene pool.
No, okay, you got to let me go and get him on this end.
Nah, I got him.
Yeah, cool.
Fucking put user in timeout 24 hours.
Yeah, I just did it on my phone because when you do it from there, you still got to do it from the phone.
Oh no, I went straight to YouTube to do it. I don't.
Okay.
Like, that dude needs to get a vasectomy. I hope he doesn't pass his genes on to anyone.
Listen. Hey, common sense. I'm not mad when you know you didn't cross people. Biden knew what he did with Trump, just like Trump know he didn't cross people. What you think gonna happen if some of his people he don't like? Sincerely, the Democrats get in power. Then they tried to impeach his ass. Then the Democrats tried to impeach Trump during his first time. Twice. So you think he not gonna put nothing on the plate? He know this was to save his ass this term. This was to make sure he can go out and be in the sunset and be cool. I get it.
I mean, Biden has the same problem as Flint's CFO. The man doesn't remember where he's at.
But again, Is the system wrong for doing that?
Yeah. One step at a time to correct the system. Like, it can't be done overnight. I wish it could.
Well,
Like, I really don't think the president should have power of pardon, period.
no, I'm gonna tell you why. Didn't they say Ronald Reagan had Alzheimer's during his last, what's the name?
Yep.
So how could you be mad when Biden did it? That's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm mad that Reagan did it.
But they let it go. That's why the Democrats went for it. This the thing. Like with anybody, like a kid. If you got kids, if the younger kids see the older one getting away with it, who gonna try it? That's just simple parenting right there. If they didn't think, just like the Democrat, both parties play the game. Both of them try everything if what they want to do to get their people in. We hearing this thing about redistricting. Didn't Texas do it? California did it.
Mm-hmm.
Both parties gonna do it. Shit, Cali said, "Hey, look, we want to be liberal." Texas we want to be conservative.
What's crazy about both those two, right? So Cali, most northern Cali is red, but they don't have the same population centers, so they don't have the same amount of electoral votes or seats in Congress, right? And then you look at Texas, and if you look at a political map of Texas, it's very red until you get to the cities, and they are dark, dark, dark blue, right? Like, I'd say Texas is about an 80-20 split. California is about a 50-50. Honestly, I'd say split California in half and make Northern California a new state in and of itself. I know some counties in California and Oregon are trying to break from their home state and go to, I believe it's Idaho, become part of Idaho. Like, the redistricting itself is so fucking wild, because if you take a look at the way some of these districts are, some of them fucking crescent around, major centers of opposition, population. Like, holy shit.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Then again, Indiana's pretty red as it is. I don't think that they gain or lose anything by redistricting. We'll see how it runs in actual election season.
Look what Brother Clark said. He said, no, California had a vote where the citizens voted to accept it. Texas didn't. Redistricting just happened until the census is taken. Texas just outright cheated and did it midterm.
By the way, JFK Jr. was a VFR-rated pilot trying to fly in weather. For IR-rated pilot, he screwed up a spatial disorientation and flew his Piper into the ocean with his wife and sister-in-law on board. Okay.
Anything? I'm not saying it didn't happen, because it did happen. Let me see what the new one before we get out. It said Democrats knew Biden had problems with his memory. Democrats wheeled Feinstein into the Senate for a vote, and her daughter had a PO over her at the time.
Power of attorney, yep.
Yeah. But this is the game that they'll play. Shit, did y'all forget about the Pope? He supposed to be right here. How did they have the Pope out there? Knew he was dying. Had him out there. Couldn't even had a thing. I mean, like some of the stuff we see. Hey, did we forget how people rolled Jesse up here? To get that money, people will wheel you out to you in your grave. And will try to make money off you when you're dead. Just think about it. T-shirts.
They were rolling George Bush Sr. into political events, trying to get some donations from his older fan base.
Facts.
Like,
I'm just I'm debating.
We'll see how the midterms go this year. It might be more of the same. It might be a repeat, a mirrored repeat of 2022, or it might just be your standard midterm, and the opposition party gains. We'll see what happens. It's definitely one of those wild situations where this year is actually something different that we might be able to keep an eye on and be interested in. Whereas previous years, there was a lot of rhetoric, a lot of spouting off, but ain't nothing changed.
Facts. I mean, you got a point. You got a point. You got a point. We're gonna figure this shit. Don't forget about the Republican Senator Strom Thurmond. They literally wheeled him on a gurney and told him how to vote. It's ridiculous. They don't care. But family, we gonna see y'all. I know Winter says she coming on tonight. I know me and brother Elliot got a Conspiracy Tuesdays. So we're gonna be on at 5, and then we're gonna triple it back with Winters at 6 o'clock, family. So stay tuned. We're gonna figure it out. You got any last words?
Nah. You guys keep warm up north. I'm gonna probably put on a hoodie today, but you guys make sure you bundle up.
Facts. Stay safe, family, and stay warm. Peace.
Later.